I really like smoking fish, but sometimes I find that they're quite hard to light. It's a pretty corny old joke, but smoking fish is actually a really good way of preparing the fish that you catch. I had a pretty good day out on the weekend, caught some nice yellowfin tuna, and last weekend we caught some trout. I just want to show you how a fish smoker works. A fish smoker like this is called a hot smoker, and what it does is it's got a flame source underneath this box here, which is a little metho burner, and that heats up this metal plate inside the fish box. And you've got these wood chips, which when the heat is applied, they smolder and smoke. And then the heat of the little fire underneath this box and the smoke that's coming up cooks the fish, and it also infuses it with the flavour of the smoke. Another type of smoking fish is called cold smoking, and that's where the smoke actually runs through and cures the fish. There's no actual heat, it's just the smoke curing the fish. Smoked salmon, which is pretty popular, that's a form of cold smoked fish. But what we're going to do today is hot smoked fish. Now, you've got to actually prepare the fish a little bit before you smoke it. Here's some nice fillets of yellowfin tuna, which we caught on the weekend. What I did with these was I salted them, and I also poured some brown sugar over them, and then I put them in the fridge for an hour or two, and this is what they turn out like. The salt gets a lot of the liquid out of the fish, and the sugar gives it a really nice flavour. Same thing with the trout. You can see there that the liquids come out because of the salt, and what that does is it sort of firms the fish up, so when you smoke it, it goes nice and firm. You can use other things like soy sauce or sweet chili sauce. Some people put like vodka and whiskey over the fish as well, but don't just put in any old fish. It's got to be reasonably oily sort of fish. So tuna, salmon, tailor, kingfish, dolphin fish, those sort of types of fish are really good for smoking. I wouldn't really go and smoke, like say, a whiting or a bream. They're not really the type of fish that you'd smoke. Australian salmon's really good. Tailor's fantastic. Any sort of oily type of fish is great for smoking, but you've got to sort of prepare it with the salt and the sugar and some sort of flavouring like soy sauce. So the basic procedure is that you put a bit of this wood chip in there, maybe like a handful, into the bottom of the pan in the middle where you're going to put your burner. Then you put in these trays and you lay your fish in. Now the tuna I've got here is a lot thicker than the trout, so I'd put the tuna closest to the heat source and then the trout on top. And then what you do after you've done that, stick the lid on, fill your little burner up with methylated spirits. Don't use kerosene or anything like that because that'll give an unpleasant flavour to the fish. Methylated spirits is the way to go. You light that, being very careful because obviously it's very flammable, and then you put it under the box here and leave it until it stops smoking. You'll see smoke come out, so it's good to do it in a ventilated area like on a veranda or out there. Don't do it inside your house, or your house will smell like smoked fish for the next week. So what you do is you leave it. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. It's quite hot, so don't touch the box while it's cooking. And when it's stopped smoking, that means that the metho has run out in the little burner. All the wood chips have smouldered and smoked, and the heat, the quite intense heat in this little box, has cooked your fish, and it's also flavoured it with that really nice smoky flavour. There's various flavours you can get, hickory, maple and other ones. I'm not sure what this one is. It smells quite nice. Don't use eucalyptus or pine or anything like that because it'll give it a really unpleasant flavour. You can buy these smoking wood chips in most sort of fishing tackle shops and so on. So smoking fish, it's a great way to prepare fish. It gives it a really unique flavour, and it's something that if you like catching fish and you like eating fish, you should get yourself a smoker like this. They're really handy. Take them camping. If you've got a reasonable sized boat, you can even take it on the boat with you and smoke the fish nice and fresh. Let's get this underway. Let's get some fish smoking, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, now our yellowfin tuna and our trout have been smoking in this smoke box for about 15 or 20 minutes. Should be nicely cooked. Let's check it out and see what it looks like. Oh yes, very nice. Here's some trout. You can see how it sort of changes colour in the smoking process. It goes sort of browny coloured. And let's have a look and see if we can get any tuna. Here we are, nice slab of fresh smoked yellowfin tuna. Looks pretty good. Okay, I think I'll try the tuna first. You can see how it's cooked inside. That's pretty good. In fact, that's really nice. Smoked fish, beautiful flavour. Get yourself one of these things, catch a few fish, smoke them up.